So something they'll just have to figure out.
No, you're right. You know, Hubert loves Anderson's leadership, as do I. I like Witherspoon's ability to, create for a guy that's 6'7" or 6'8". They each do something pretty well, but I'm not sure anybody really is the one answer for this team.
Well, when you look at Willie Kemp, sometimes his confidence goes up and down. So you can't look at him at the point guard position. And then Wesley Witherspoon can handle the basketball, but I'm scared against a great defensive guard like a Paul Goss or Eugene Harvey. Can he bring up the basketball and get the team into their offense without turning the ball over?
On the baseline, Tyreek Evans is fouled, so he's been more aggressive going to the goal. Let's finish up the point guard point as far as Memphis. We'll get to that when we come back. Memphis down 6, 11:51 to go in this one. Oh, it is beautiful here, Kevin. They've treated us well. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Puerto Rico tip-off, and Xavier by 6. The young man in the black right there, that's C.J. Henry. Coach, could he be the answer to their point guard problem?
They are expecting him to play the point. Now, you know the story with him, John. You're a baseball announcer. Drafted by the New York Yankees. That was sort of a washout. I think he ended up with the Phillies, maybe. He decided he committed to Kansas out of high school, but he took the money with the Yankees. He's now at Memphis, and he's hurt right now. They're expecting him to be part of that point guard rotation. Oh, by the way, he's bringing his brother with him next year, Xavier, who ESPN, our recruiting gurus, think he's the #1 recruit in college basketball. They beat Kansas for him.
So the brothers will get a chance to play together. It'll be an interesting one to watch with C.J. Henry. Certainly there will be rust, but this isn't some 18-year-old kid. He's 22 years old, and the maturity you'd think will help him.
Reminds me of Texas's wide receiver, Quan Cosby, who's had a great career after minor league baseball, and he's a team leader because of all that maturity you talked about.
McLean couldn't get the shot to go. Anderson leads the Tigers the other way. Mack eyes the 3. Dozier able to save, and they'll set it up. Mack from the other side. Misses that one.
You know, you get the feeling with Memphis that they're not going to make 2 threes in a row all season. Let me get back to Henry and finish this up, because John Calipari was an assistant coach at Kansas back when Carl Henry played at Kansas. And so there was a really big recruiting war between Kansas, where his dad played, and where John Calipari coached. And C.J. came on board, and now Xavier. So family ties all around. You guys know what I mean? I don't feel like they're going to make 2 threes in a row all season long, or one guy won't make 2 threes in a row. That's
when you're talking about knocking down perimeter jump shot, it doesn't have to be a 3. You can put the ball on the floor, take 1 or 2 dribbles, a mid-range jump shot. That jump shot right there by Wesley Wilson, that's available. You don't have to shoot the 3.
That's prophetic, my friend, right there. He must have played a little hoops.
Steal by Evans. Showtime. And Memphis within 2.
They've got to get... right now, they're ball handling in the backcourt with Dante Jackson, and Redford's going to be shaky against this group.
Sean Miller wants the timeout. He's frustrated because he wanted the timeout all the way at the other end. 10:05 to go in this one. Musketeers leading by 2, but Memphis has scored 4 in a row to close to within the bucket. And again, that defensive pressure of the Memphis Tigers, they don't shoot the 3 particularly well. They do guard it really well, though.
No, they really do. And the teams they're pretty similar because they both are defensive and scrappy oriented.
Folks, tomorrow afternoon, ESPN 2 with a couple of college hoop games. 3 Eastern, St. Joe's will take on Texas. And 5 Eastern, it's Indiana going up against Notre Dame. The EA Sports Maui Invitational, part of Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. That's ESPN 2 tomorrow. We're going to look at some good players. Of course, we talk about best shooter in the country. You'd have to say it's Stephen Curry, but McElharney of Notre Dame would might be the next guy right there.
A very distant second.
But he's got range.
He's got range.
He's got range.
He's got range. But you guys did that game against Oklahoma. Not only can Stephen Curry shoot, he can shoot with a hand in his face. He doesn't need that much space to be able to get his shot off. A couple times he had